Hey everyone, so this is going to be another Oracle deck review. This is called the Enchanted Oracle by Jessica Galbreth and Barbara Moore. This is a 36 card deck, and the guidebook is 240 pages, I believe, and I'll show you the guidebook really quick. So on the box it does say Enchanted Oracle on it, and then the guidebook says Destiny's Portal. I know it has two different names. This is just the name of the guidebook, Destiny's Portal is, but the actual deck is called the Enchanted Oracle. A lot of people get that confused because when you're looking at this online, it has the box and it has the guidebook, and sometimes people get that confused. So I just wanted to go ahead and say that, and I apologize for my raspy voice. I've been kind of under the weather lately. But anyways, so it did come in this box. I ordered this off of, I actually ordered it off of Walmart.com online. Like, they do have a lot of Oracle decks on there, and sometimes they'll be the same price as Amazon, or that you'll see on Amazon, and sometimes they'll be a lot cheaper. This was actually quite a bit cheaper, and I did pick this up in the store. And if you do order anything from Walmart.com, for the most part, if you can choose either to have it shipped to your house, or you can pick it up in person at your, your closest local Walmart or whatever. And depending on what I get, I will pick it up in store because you don't have to pay like shipping and handling and all that, and it's a lot cheaper. On top of the cheaper price that the deck is typically on Walmart.com versus Amazon. So this is where I got it. Now the box was kind of rough. It was kind of, I don't know if you can see this, it's kind of beat up looking, but that's okay. Typically I like boxes, and I do prefer to keep my decks in boxes. Unlike a lot of people who prefer to keep them in like either those muslin bags or like meshy type bags, or velvet bags, but I actually kind of like keeping mine in boxes. I don't really have a place to put a bunch of decks in little bags, yet. I don't have like a big drawer or a chest or bookshelf that I could do that, so I just prefer to keep them in boxes and put them, I don't know if you can see, there's my altar area, and up there I have some books, and then I have all my decks on top of that, which you've seen in other videos, but that's where I keep mine because that's the only place I can really find room to put them. But anyways, so the box is kind of beat up, but that's okay. Inside the box, it kind of looks like this. I don't know how well you can see this because my lighting is awful in my room. But the guidebook went here. The cards came in this part right here, and it actually comes with like a little fairy necklace pendulum, which I'll show you next. Set that aside. So it came with this. I don't know how well you can see that. It's kind of a short chain. I don't know exactly the length of the necklace, the ribbon that this pendant is on, but it is a fairy pendant. I don't know how well you can see that, but it does look like that. And it's on a black ribbon with just like a simple clasp. So you can use that. You can either wear it as a necklace or you can use it as a pendulum, which it states how to do that in the guidebook. It actually has, this is a really cool guidebook. I actually like it. And it is, I think I already mentioned, it's 240 pages. It is in black and white, like most are. But it's a really cool deck because it has a little bit of everything in it. As far as the book goes, though, it's of course has a page dedicated to each and every card. It's got spreads in it, how-tos. It's got some spells and rituals you can do. Let me see if I can find what I wanted to show you. So, God, sorry, the lighting is awful. So of course it kind of introduces you into the Oracle and how to use it. It teaches you how to use the pendulum, or a pendulum in general. How to do divination of cards. It's got different kinds of spreads to use. I don't know how well you can see this. Simple 3-card spread, 4-card spread. And then here is the table of contents kind of thing. There you go. And if you want to read this more, you know, just pause the video. Or rewind and pause the video, I guess. I've already recorded this video once and it was like a 30-minute long video, so I'm trying to make it a little bit shorter because it would not upload. I've tried uploading it, I swear, probably about 11 times and it would not work, so this is why I'm remaking the video. And then it's got like the cards and it goes through all the cards, but it does have like spells and rituals you can do for the cards and stuff. So it's really cool. Now moving on to the cards. Now the cards they're really pretty, and I've wanted this deck for a while because I really like the gothic type imagery that this deck has. But it's really cool because this deck has kind of like a gothy, vampy vibe to it, but it also incorporates kind of like a Celtic theme as well, alongside a gothic theme. It's got a little bit of a Victorian theme going on with the gothic theme as well. In this deck you'll find fairies, you'll find witches, you'll find mermaids, you'll find dragons. So it's got a little bit of everything. So I thought that was really cool. I'll go ahead and show you the backs of the cards. The backs of the cards are simple, but they're really pretty. To me, I like simpler backs like this. I think this is like a perfect back for an oracle card. So I really like that. It's black, and then it's got like purple around it in the border, and like little white star type things. Like I said, I don't know how well you can see the colors and the imagery that I'm showing you, but I'm trying to show you the best way I can. It's a really gloomy day here where I live, and this is the little thing I have going on with my light. My poor old lamp that has paint on it and holes in it that I need to get a new lampshade for. Some books, some magazines, some more books. So I have it kind of stacked on there, but that's really all the lighting I have because the lights over here really do not put a lot of light out. So this is why it's kind of dark, I'm sorry. But I do have every light on literally in my room, so. But this is the first card in the deck. Oh, and also, I will say, as far as like the thickness wise, I mean it's kind of like just about any other card, but it's okay. I mean I've had more flimsy cards. This is actually a little bit thicker than a tiny bit thicker than a lot of cards I have. Oh, but I will say what I love about this deck is that it is an oracle deck. However, the cards, the size of the cards, are actually the traditional size of tarot cards. I know if you have I know a lot of you do have, even though some don't, but a lot of you do have the Tarot of the Hidden Realm deck, and these cards are the exact same size as those. If you have the Witchlings deck by Pauline Cassidy, there we go. It's the same size of cards. I'm trying to think of some other decks that have this size of cards, but those are the two that come to mind first off to me. But these are smaller cards. They're not like the big cards you see, like chunkier, wider cards. I really don't like those cards. I love the imagery of those cards, but I hate shuffling those cards because they're a pain in the butt. They're not huge and wide and kind of clunky like well, like the Halloween Oracle. As much as I love it, I wish it was a little bit smaller. A lot of Lucy Cavendish's cards, the Earth Magic Oracle, things like that. Like, it's not big and chunky like that. They're very little cards. Like, it's about the size of, I have an iPhone 5C that I've had for a while, and it's the same size as that for the most part. So it's really small. Width is a little bit bigger than my phone, but which is what I'm recording on, but the length of the phone is the same size, so it's very small, which I like. So anyways, this is the first card. It's called Autumn Splendor. Second card is Bewitching. Third card is Celtic Witch. Fourth is Cernunnos. Fifth one is Crimson Moon. Dark Enchantment. Dark Queen. Dragon Witch. Dragoness. Emerald Princess. Entwined. Gothic Rose. Gothic. Green Man. Green Woman. Gypsy Rose. Innocence. Jewel of the Sea. Lavender Moon. Love Springs Eternal. Maiden Moon. Mermaid Dreams. Mother Earth. I know you've all probably seen this image online. It's used a lot online, but it originally was in this deck. So, it's called Mother Earth. It's really pretty. Mystic Mermaid. I wish my phone was really picking up the colors because it's not doing it justice. They're a lot more colorful. Even it being a darker Gothic style deck, they still have really bright colors in it. And I don't think my phone is picking them up quite as well. I guess I'll know when I put this on YouTube. Nemesis. Night Queen. Nightfall. Renaissance Rose, Serenity. I like this card because it makes me think of Sailor Moon. I'm a big Sailor Moon fan, so when I seen this card, I was like, oh, it makes me think of Sailor Moon. And her name, aside from Sailor Moon, her real name in the show is Serena. And it's called Serenity, this card is, but the moon, by having the moon behind her and in this white dress, and like the whole ribbons and stuff coming off of her, and even the wings too, somewhat made me think of the show. This next card is called Shadow Weaver. Silver Moon Fairy. Spirit of Samhain. Spirit of Yule. Tattered Dreams. Temptation. And White Magic. Okay. So that was the whole deck of the Enchanted Oracle. I will mention that even though you can use any deck any time of the year, this deck to me feels like it's more of a darker deck to be used, well, towards the darker half of the year, such as, well, right now, going into winter. So it's more, to me, like a fall and winter type deck. It doesn't mean that's the only times you can use them, but if you seen the two cards in there, the Spirit of Samhain and the Spirit of Yule, those are the only two Sabbath cards they have. I wish they did have one for every Sabbath, but I truly believe that this deck was made to be a darker half of the year type of deck. So that is something you might want to keep in mind, but other than that, I really, really love the deck. It's a really fun deck to use, and to me, there's a lot of power from that deck, especially for using it in S-spots and even Sabbats too, like the darker half the year type Sabbats, you know, like for Samhain coming up, and Yule, and, you know, Imbolg, and even Mabon, you know, before Samhain. So even though to me it is more of a darker half the year type of deck, it is really neat. It's definitely one that I'll be using for the moon phases, for the S-spots, when I celebrate them, or I do ritual work or spell work or anything like that. It's something I want to draw beforehand, and place a card somewhere on my altar. So that's just my recommendation of it and review of it. But this is the Enchanted Oracle, so I hope you all liked it. I decided to go ahead and record this deck because I noticed online there's really not that many people who have done a review on this deck, or one that you can't really see as well. So I'm hoping you can see this one a little bit better. Even though I did record it on my phone and the lighting in the room wasn't as good, hopefully you can see it a little bit better and have a better description and detail of the cards and kind of what comes in this box. So anyways, I guess that's it. That's all I wanted to really say. I hope you enjoyed this review, and until next time.